Hey dad, do you feel like the system is stacked against every great dad like you? You feel like no matter how much you show up, provide for, and fight for your kids, the court sees you as nothing more than a visitor in your own children's lives. You're not imagining it, but that doesn't mean that you're powerless. Let me tell you about Jeremy. Jeremy is a financial analyst. He's smart, methodical, and always prepared. He showed that if he just showed the court that he's a great dad, everything would work out. But when he went to his temporary custody hearing during the ongoing divorce process, his attorney barely even fought for him. He wasn't asked the right questions, he wasn't given a real chance to prove his involvement in his child's life, and the judge ended up awarding his ex temporary primary custody during the pendency of the parties' divorce. Just like that, Jeremy went from being a fully present father to just an every other weekend dad. Jeremy was devastated. He had been there for everything in his kids' lives, every soccer game, every school project, every late night fever and doctor's visits. But in just one hearing, it felt like none of that mattered anymore. He told me later, I felt like I didn't even exist in my kids' lives anymore. That's when Jeremy came to us, thankfully for him and his kids, and we got right to work. You see, there is so much that so many attorneys miss when fighting a custody battle, and their incompetence can cost you and your kids dearly. And you might not ever know it because they'll hide behind things like, well, the judge just favors women. Well, we dug in hard into Jeremy's case. We did real discovery. We talked to everyone who knew Jeremy and his kids. We gathered proof of his involvement in his kids' lives. Records showing that he was at every major doctor and dentist appointment since the day they were born. Statements from teachers and coaches who knew how active he was in their lives and in the school curriculum and events at school. And most importantly, we asked the court to appoint a guardian ad litem. That's a neutral third party whose only job was to determine what's truly best for Jeremy's kids. And guess what? Jeremy's ex and her attorney fought hard against all this. They wanted to keep things the way they were, of course, but we weren't going to let him be sidelined without a fight. So they weren't prepared for the battle tanks rolling forward from us, pushing back on them. They'd become accustomed to Jeremy being represented by a lazy lawyer who also does accident cases and criminal defense and only handles maybe 1 or 2 family law cases per year and just doesn't know how to handle a contested custody battle. And you know what happened? After seeing how we handled Jeremy's case and after reviewing the evidence, which was the real picture of Jeremy's role as a father, the guardian ad litem recommended joint physical custody, and even over his ex's objections, the judge followed that recommendation from the guardian ad litem. Now, instead of being just a weekend dad, Jeremy has a 50-50 schedule, 1 week on, 1 week off, giving him the time with his kids that both he and his kids deserve together. Don't you and your kids deserve the same thing that Jeremy and his kids have? Look, I get it. It's really frustrating. It feels unfair. And the truth is, sometimes it is unfair. But the biggest mistake you can make is assuming that the court would just see what a great dad you are. Well, that's not going to happen on its own so easily. What you have to do is prove it strategically and aggressively. This is all we deal with literally all day, every day. As I record this video, my firm is literally fighting for fathers just like you. We do this all the time. We love doing it, and we're happy to answer your questions because no good father should feel powerless and no child should feel fatherless.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to click subscribe, like, follow, and turn on those alerts so that you'll get notified when we post our newest videos. And please share these videos and leave us comments and ask us questions. We love both of those. Also, join our Facebook group at Georgia Divorce and Custody, and I'll see you again on the next video.